Mr. Jack Ho, who's going to share with us the kind of challenges and, of course, new activity that's going on here in Singapore for the Star Performing Arts. Mr. Jack Ho, thank you for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice.
You're welcome.
This wonderful new building, that's been now established and is open to the public. Many of our viewers would like to find out from you how does the Star Performing Arts Center distinguish from all the other performing arts center in Singapore and Asia? Because you have the Esplanade, you have the Marina Bay Sands and so forth. How do you distinguish you guys aside?
Well, I think for one, it is the size. We are a 5,000 seat concert venue, so it's bigger than Esplanade and the theatres at Marina Bay Sands and RWS. So we are also, in a different way, targeting more pop concerts than Esplanade.
Oh.
Compared to other pop concert venues like Indoor Stadium and maybe Fort Canning, Max Pavilion, we are a purposeful built venue.
But your location is located in the heartlands, which is what I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys, here at the Star Performing Arts Center, do you actually prefer to be known as the neighborhood performing arts center?
Actually, I don't think so. I think we are not that far from town. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I think there's a lot of advantages being outside the CBD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what kind of advantages do you see?
Well, firstly, you don't get the congestion that you find in the central business district. And out here, we are actually located just beside MRT station, with two lines running, the east-west line and the circle line. Just 2 minutes walk away, and you're in the building. So I think, in terms of location, it is a good location. It's not too far out to the east. It's not too far in the west. It's actually very centrally located.
And we come to believe that there will be some challenges that's going to be faced for the Star Performing Arts Center, because you have a competition right now here in Singapore and Southeast Asia. But how do you plan to meet those challenges, and what kind of strategies do you think your center is going to adopt?
What sort of competition will you?
Well, because you have the Marina Bay Sands, and you have the Esplanade, you have the Resorts World competing for talent. And so if you say that you have pop concerts coming to your venue, there's only very many great talent out there.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you able to entice or them to come to your center, for one, and secondly, what kind of strategies or marketing strategies would you adopt to ensure that the Star Performing Arts Center is uniquely unlike any other center?
I guess for a start, this goes way back to when we started planning for this place. When we're looking at the seating capacity, we decided on 5,000 because we find that it fills a niche that's already not in the market at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we have indoor stadium that's 10,000 seater. We have Esplanade, that's 1,008 and 2,000 seater. Marina Bay Sands is not more than 2,000 also. So we are actually targeting a different kind of event where concert organizers are looking, for more than just a 2,000 seater kind of venue.
So you're actually betting on the size itself.
I would think it is important because we are basically a receiving house, so we depend on hirers to hire our venue, concert promoters to come in, and you pay a certain amount to bring in an artist. You obviously want to sell more tickets, so yeah.
And about the Star Performing Arts Center, what kind of technologies or any form of probably devices that you have in place that's unlike any other performing arts center has or not have?
I think basically it would be fairly similar, that you have the basic sound system. Obviously we have a very good sound system. have a very big video wall in our venue, also in the 5,000 seater. And other things that other places might not have would be, we have interpretation booths. If we are not talking about arts, we're talking about conference where maybe a particular conference would need interpretation. So we have interpretation booths. We have the capacity to beam through infrared to particular delegates which language they would be listening to. So they actually have a device that they wear, earphones, and you get the right language beamed to you from where, you know.
Do you have any 3D capabilities as well?
Not 3D capabilities, but we have broadcast capabilities. That means we are actually wired to take a microwave van at our loading docks, and we can have actually a live broadcast event.
Okay. So could anyone also use your venue for, let's say, like for film festivals as well? Do you have a screen?
Yep, we have screen, we have projector room behind our 5,000 seat hall. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are your plans ahead for the Star Performing Arts Center for the next 5 years? You say that you have actually have a lineup of pop concerts coming up for your center.
I think we will go year by year. As it is, we are a new venue, and I believe that the experience of people coming to this venue will sell itself. So in the years to come, in the months to come, you know, there will be more attractions coming to this venue.
Okay, and now, speaking of the venue itself, you as the Chief Operating Officer, how important is leadership and the ability for your team and yourself to adapt new cultures and technologies? Are they important? You know, are you able to do so very quickly?
I think so, yes. Obviously, leadership is important because leadership will set the direction. And where we are headed, I believe the key part of constructing this building has just been about done. We are just about ready for our first concert, and it takes a lot of, I would say, big decisions, you know, to come to where we are today, and then to move forward again, you know, to where we want to be.
Now, what's your philosophy for this center, the Star Performing Arts, and together with your team? And what kind of challenges have you faced that you've actually overcome when you first built this center?
Challenges. Obviously, a lot of challenges. You know.
Was there any one particular challenge that you could share with us?
I would think that the biggest challenges that we have, one of them would be looking at sidelines. Looking at, I mean, it's something that's very important to us is what's the audience experience? Where they are seated, what do they see on stage? And we found that we had a certain challenge in the sense of that there were actually a couple of rows of seats that were not fantastic sidelines. We had to deal with it, make adjustments, you know.
Including the acoustics?
Acoustics was not much of a problem for us because the materials of our walls and all that were already chosen by our theatre consultants, and that has already taken in mind the acoustics needs of the venue. We are not like maybe a theatre kind of a place. We're not a place for opera or I would say, non-amplified performances. So our place is built for amplified performance. It will be more, if it's musicals, it will be more the rock musicals, you know, not so much the maybe opera singers that sings without mics and amplification, not orchestral kind, you know, that does not have mics and amplifications.
Great. Now, so what's your philosophy, really? Could you share with us? It seems to be a big secret for you.
Philosophy,
Yes.
no big secret. It is as simple as making the venue a world-class venue, for everyone who uses the venue, whether it is the artists, whether it is the audience, whether it is the technical people, you know, that's setting up for the show. And I believe that if we give them a good venue in all these aspects, people will come back again. So it is really providing for the needs of, I would say, the key groups of people that would be here. You know, making sure that, you know, it all goes all the way to the number of toilets that we have, you know, for the enjoyment of the audience, and back of house where the artist is going to be, good dressing rooms for them to rest before the show, green rooms, you know, and visiting technical rooms, you know, for technical people to come and use with the tour. Yeah.
You know, for the Star Performing Arts Center, it is a very challenging proposition, and also because you built and you had to hire staff to join your team, including, of course, including yourself. To end this, about the work balance, life and equality. How do you manage, you know, your work-life balance? I mean, you're a very busy man, you know. How do you, I mean, you had to manage a family life and plus your work life. How do you manage to balance these two? What's your secret of able to manage such a busy schedule?
I think it comes in different phases. While we're in the construction phase, obviously, you know, there are moments when it can get very hectic, but not all the time. Now that we are just about going into our operational phase, we'll see what happens. I promise the staff that if there is a need to bring in more people, we will. So we'll see where it goes from here.
What would be your 3 key lessons that you would impart for newly appointed chief operating officers who are going to be managing new venues like yours that you have learned so far?
Ask me 3 years later.
No problem.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Mr. Jacko, thank you for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice and your insights on the new Performing Arts Center, which is known the Star Performing Arts Center here in Singapore. Is there any website or Facebook which my fans could go to and visit to get more information?
Of course.
There is?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Well, the Star, thestarpack.com, I think. Yeah,
okay.
Thestarpack.com, yeah.
Okay, great. So folks, thank you for joining me here at the National Critics' Choice, the Stienberg Review, that is, and with Mr. Jack Ho, who is the Chief Operating Officer based in Singapore. And please do visit their website, the Star, which is
Starpack.com.
That's right, starpack.com, and or even join their Facebook and for more information. Once again, I'm Robin Steinberg. Have a good week ahead.